Welcome back to Poetry and Police. Yeah, welcome back to the channel. So this is part 2 to the role the Jamaican women play in crime and violence in Jamaica. Yeah, people, the video was too long, so I've been probably uploading the first one because it was too long, so I had to do a part 2. Alright, big up everybody, same thing, I'm back. So listen to part 2, where we have more relevant information about how women are involved in crimes in Jamaica. I'm going to tell you these people. A lot of robberies that takes place on the street on a daily basis are perpetrated by women. And I don't want to act like someone don't know these things. These women are used to lure people to rob them, especially taxi drivers. And let me tell you something, I had a friend of mine, his name was Dale. God rest his soul, rest in peace, Dale. Security officer, but he drove taxi by night. And Dale was driving his car one night and saw a woman with a baby. He does not do pickups like that, you know. But because he saw a woman stranded down the street with a baby, you know, brother, he decided to help. And when he stopped to pick up that girl, she said she was going to a point B with the baby. He decided, I don't do this kind of work, but it's a woman with a baby, so as a man, I'm going to help her. No. When he reached the point where the woman was supposed to let off the woman, and he stopped to let the woman out. The next thing he knew, once she opened the door, was coming out of the car. Men were coming out of bushes. Man said, try drive off. And when he was in a bid to escape, the men fired shots in the car and he was hit. Now, he lost his life. You may be wondering how me know this, and my friend dead. Because I went to the hospital. When I heard he got shot, he called me. And I went to the hospital and he told me what happened. Every word by word, he told me what happened. He told me that he brought the woman when he was coming out, men were coming out of bushes, and he tried to escape, but they fired shots in his car and he was hit about 3 times. He managed to drive to the hospital, and that's how I went to the hospital and get to talk to him. But he died the following day. Rest in peace, my friend. You see, this robbery was set in motion by a woman with a baby. So when the Prime Minister knows what he's talking about, because the Jamaican women are into this thing, peck, as all people say, them in a peck. They are part of the criminal enterprise. Sometimes the women are the one running the criminal enterprises. Sometimes they are the one giving the orders. They are the one locking and keeping all the guns. And them recruit other women to be lookouts for these men. And they recruit other women to come and block roads when the police analyze these men. That is what they do. So these women are playing integral roles in the underground world, in the crime world, in crime and violence. Women are in it, as me say, peck. Not just men. And it's full time now that when these men are arrested for some atrocities, that these women are arrested too. What about the part of the law where say to get involved in the commission of a crime after the act? Because if you commit a murder, you know, and you run home and your woman knows you commit the murder, she's guilty of the murder after the fact. But then again, as a detective, you'll have to prove that she had knowledge. And if she go home and the man blood up and she wash up the bloody clothes and find bloody clothes at the house, then you can prove knowledge because she must know once she see blood on him clothes. So that's the thing we have to prove. So the law will have to change now, Bridget, to facilitate these things. Mr. Prime Minister, it's full time that you revisit the Constitution and you revisit all the laws. Remember, police had to fight. Police had to fight to get the fingerprint bill passed. Police had to fight for that, you know. And Your Holiness, do not let the police have to fight for these things. These are the things that you need to talk to the Commissioner of Police about. So the Commissioner of Police can tell you exactly what he wants to make fighting crime easier. Yeah, Jordan and Sky will like that. fingerprint thing go on like that. But you have to revisit the constitution and change certain laws that it relates to crime and violence. And you have to sit down with the lawmakers in this country. You have to sit down with the commissioner of police. You have to sit down with the police. So the police tell you, this is what we want to happen, so we can do this and we can do that. And you have to work with it. Get the recommendation from the police, because Andrew Wallace, you're not a police. You're not supposed to be recommending anything to the commissioner of police. The commissioner of police is supposed to be recommending the strategies to you, and you have to sign off on those. So the commissioner of police having work cut out for him. He has been doing a good job, commissioner, but you have to go step up, because you see, they will not stop at anything until they get back the crime rate to what it was before, or even worse. So we can't celebrate yet. Because Jamaica is like a time bomb. Tomorrow we can get up and say 100 people is alive overnight and surpass the thing, and the 25-year record is gone. And next thing you know, we are in the positive murder rate is what is breaking the record barrier, and not the negative. So, Mr. Prime Minister, even though we're having some positive results, you still have to sit down with the Commissioner of Police and ask the Commissioner of Police, what do you need, sir? And the Commissioner of Police, you need to ask the crime fighters, what do you need, gentlemen? Because Commissioner, not because you're Commissioner of Police, that does not mean you're smarter than the detective out the street there. No? You're not as savvy as the detective out the street there. The detective, the patrolmen, they have knowledge of patrol, they have knowledge of the profession, and they can give you advice to, sir, that, sir, if you do this, it makes it easier for us. And then you in turn have to go to the Prime Minister and say, Prime Minister, if we do this, it makes it easier for us. And it will help in the reduction of crime. These are the things that we need to do. Mr. Prime Minister, yes, I like the idea of you coming out and talking to the women in Jamaica about talking these men out of committing crimes or act of violence. But sir, it's not going to work. Because money speaks louder than words anytime, any day. It will never work. And these women are benefiting from crime and violence on a daily basis. It helps their lifestyle. And that's the lifestyle that they're not willing to give up, and they will never give up, sir. People, let me tell you this. When you're police, you see a whole lot of things, especially when you work in an area like Hunts Bay. You see everything, you know. And let me tell you, people, I have been to some criminal woman in my past. From fraud straight down to shooting. We not shoot out already in along the Maxfield Avenue here. So. And one of the suspect, one of the shot of them was a girl. May I tell you that? And a rifle she a fire. And when people talk about these things, people tend not to want to believe that women are capable of doing these things. But brother, right now, some of the girls them in these places, when a woman is in a crime, she's more dangerous than even the man them. And that is what people need to be abreast of in Jamaica, that women, sometimes the women are just as capable, are just as vicious as the men, are even more dangerous. We tend to bypass women all the time and tend to they not do crime and violence. I can remember one time when I was stationed at Seaview Gardens, young police, Hilton, big up yourself. We got information that a girl was carrying a gun to unalive an ex-girl, but for carrying a gun for this boy by the name of Foxy, dead and gone long time, from the Black Sea Drive area. And the information was given to Hilton them, and the man them intercept and accost the woman that was carrying the gun to unalive the other woman. And she was searched, or by what means necessary, and the gun was recovered on her person. She was arrested and charged for that firearm. I think she was convicted. I didn't follow up the case. But it goes to see that people think that a woman would even walk with a gun to unalive an ex-woman. What they care? A money thing. A money alone them care about. So you talk about Mr. Prime Minister. You talk about talking to these women to tell the men not to do this and not to do that. Mr. Prime Minister, they are the ones who are sending the men out to commit the various crimes. Because they want to be taken care of. And they want to sit around and don't work. And go to the most expensive party and wear the most expensive clothes and eat the best food. while the men are out there doing the atrocities, and they are reaping all the benefits. So talking to them talking to these women are not going to change anything on your wholeness, Mr. Prime Minister. They are not. It is not going to change anything. They have made up their mind that they will live a life of crime, and they have made up their mind that they want a certain lifestyle, and they will do anything to achieve that lifestyle. They will do anything to achieve that lifestyle, including crime and violence. So everybody always think that women are not capable of doing these things. They are. I have seen it. I've experienced it, and it is real.